Welcome all, here we are once again. This is like deja vu for me up here this morning. Really nice to see some familiar faces here in the crowd. Much love and thanks everybody for travelling here. I start with acknowledging the landowners, the Gumach and the Dilak leaders who have supported us and given this nation so much leadership. We want to thank you, friends, for the journey you've made to be here with us this weekend and the support, the ongoing continued support that you provide us. I want to thank the Prime Minister for his leadership and Minister Burney for her leadership. Thank you, Chief Minister, for your support and for the support of your government. I acknowledge our local member, Gulkula, a Yambabingo man and an important leader for his people. I acknowledge Her Excellency Vicky Trudell, the British High Commissioner, for her presence here on behalf of her nation. And I acknowledge and thank the many elected representatives, heads of agencies and leaders of business, sport, art and commerce in Australia who have come here to join us at Garma. Here in northeast Arnhem land we see something unique, something extraordinary every day, from the style of the dance to the power of the Yolngu art or the seriousness of ceremony. Diplomacy and engagement are built into the DNA of Yolngu people. Life is full of simple acts of kindness and the promise of children who have so much life, so much talent, and so much to give to this nation. You will see this jumbach, Yolngu excellence, around you this weekend in our youth forum and throughout the festival site. These are the days when we sit back and we wonder at the sheer beauty of the world that is around us, at our fingertips. Sadly, though, there are many other days when life is not so easy or so satisfying. The hard days are most days, and Yolngu people know it, and other Aboriginal and Islander people know it. I know it. The statistics prove it year after year, decade after decade. Government knows it because it must continue to build prisons and hospitals and morgues. And government sees it in the failing infrastructure of the bush and the common statistics that mar the education system in the territory. The Productivity Commission has recently reminded us again of how deep and wide the gulf of opportunity between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people remains. And to this point, I want to quote a former Prime Minister. We know that when Indigenous people have a say in the design of programs, policies and services, the outcomes are better and lives are changed. Scott Morrison knew the truth of it, as did my friend Philip Lowe, the Reserve Bank Governor, as did his colleague Philip Gaetjens, who both visited and met with us here and toured Gulkula and Gulkula. They knew it to be true, as do so many others, but nothing has changed. Now, today, we have an opportunity on our doorstep. The excitement and promise of constitutional change that will give to the voiceless. A voice in the Constitution is the right thing for the nation, but most importantly, it is for the children of this generation and the children of the next generation and the next generation after that. Our children are the future, and their voices that speak on their behalf must be heard. And this year at Garma, we have the time and the space to reset and ready ourselves. There are many Australians who do not agree that a voice is the right way forward. There are many Aboriginal people who do not agree the voice is the right way forward. And that is the big beauty of democracy. We have a debate and a challenge of ideas. One side says yes, the other no. One side says, let us change the Constitution and give the powerless a voice. The other says the status quo is more than enough. To that end, I want to reflect one more time on my former chairman, Mr. Yunupingu. In 2008, after a lifetime of advocacy and an authority on the national stage, he said, "There is a weight bearing down on me. It is a pressure that I feel every moment of my life. It frustrates me and it drives me crazy. At night, it is like a splinter in my mind. The solutions to the future, simple though I thought they were, have become harder and harder to grasp. I have learnt from experience that nothing is ever what it seems." Hence, at Garma last year, after the announcement there would be a referendum on a voice, he had a simple question for the 11th Prime Minister he had dealt with face to face. Are you serious this time? And for the first time in 11 Prime Ministers, the answer was a straight, yes, I am. And as we await a vote, we know that this Prime Minister was as good as his word. He answered truthfully. The Yothu Yindi Foundation is serious about a voice to Parliament. The Yothu Yindi says formally yes to a voice to Parliament. I say yes to a voice to Parliament. Please respect each other in this debate, listen to each other, but more, the action and outcome part is super significant. Please enjoy Garma. Thank you very much.